Alright guys, now the first thing we're going to want to do is register our domain name. We'll do this by heading over to a website called Namecheap.com. Namecheap is why I like to get my domains. They're just really cheap, it's easy to use, and they're very reliable. Once on the Namecheap website, head over to the domain search box and enter the domain you want, and press search. Let's say I wanted a website on levitation secrets. I would enter levitationsecrets.com into the search bar and see what comes up. Here I see levitationsecrets.com followed by make offer. This means that someone already owns that domain and I will have to find a different one. I'm actually the owner of levitationsecrets.com and recently purchased it here on Namecheap. Just for demonstration purposes, I will find another domain. Let's say I wanted a website on pro scooter tips. I'd search proscootertips.com. And I see that domain is available. I'll click add to cart and then view cart. I'm going to turn auto renew on so that I won't forget to purchase it next year and lose the domain. Now you can quickly create an account. Since I already have an account, I will just log into it with my username and password. Now we're brought to the order section where you can choose how you'd like to pay. You can either pay with credit card or PayPal. Next thing we need to do is get ourselves a hosting account. I've tried quite a few different hosting services, but my personal preference has always been with HostGator.com. These guys are really cheap, have great customer support, and I've never actually had an issue with them. What you're going to want to do is head over to HostGator.com and click the big View Web Hosting Plans button. You will then see a few different plans to choose from. I strongly recommend the baby plan in the middle because it only costs less than $8 a month and you can host as many websites on the one account as you want. You can set up 10 different websites and end up paying just $8 a month combined. Once you click the Order Now button, you'll be taken to a page where it asks you to enter your domain. You're going to want to type in the domain that you just registered and click the I already own this domain bubble. So for my example, I would enter proscootertips.com. Now below this you can choose your billing cycle. I prefer to pay 1 month at a time as it's the cheapest. Once again, you can either pay by credit card or PayPal. Then, create a username and security PIN for yourself and enter in your billing information below. You really don't need any of the hosting add-ons, so go ahead and uncheck mark the Add Site Lock and Add Code Guard boxes. Down below that, you'll see a box for our coupon code. I've got a really cool coupon that will give you your first month of hosting for only 1 cent. So you've got a whole month to try it out risk-free for pretty much nothing. To get this discount, just enter the coupon DirtCheapDomain, all one word. Next, we're going to need to go back to Namecheap.com to link your domain name to your hosting account. To do this, simply log into your Namecheap account. Hover over your name at the top left corner and click Manage Domains. You will then be taken to a page with a list of all your domain names. Click the one that you just registered. Then, on the left-hand menu, click Transfer DNS to Webhost. You will then see a few text boxes where you can enter in what are called name servers. These just tell Namecheap where your website is located. To get your name servers, simply open your email inbox for the email that HostGator will have sent you after creating an account. In this email, you will see a line that says first name server followed by an address, and a second name server followed by a different address. What you want to do is copy the first name server address. Go back to your Namecheap window and paste it in the text box marked 1. Then go back to your email and copy the second name server address. Paste it into the text box marked 2. Then just hit Save Changes and your domain name and hosting account are linked. Now, all we have to do is set up our website. We're going to be doing this with a system called WordPress. WordPress is a blogging software that allows you to easily create and manage your website. Don't worry if you want more than a blog, because WordPress is very flexible and can be turned into basically any type of website you want. To set up your website, head back to the email that HostGator sent you and look for the line called Your Control Panel. Click the link next to it. You will then be asked to enter your hosting username and password, which you can also find in the email from HostGator. Once you're logged into your control panel, you'll see a variety of different features, but the one we're looking for is a little smiley face labeled Fantastico Deluxe. This is an add-on that comes with HostGator that lets you quickly and easily install all kinds of software, including WordPress, in only 1 or 2 clicks. Once in the Fantastico section, look for the WordPress option in the left-hand menu and click it. Then click the New Installation button. You'll then see a few text boxes for you to fill out. Leave the first box blank and enter a username and password in the next 2 boxes. Then in the last 4 boxes, enter a nickname for yourself, your email, your site's name, and description. When you finish, click the Install WordPress button and then the Finish Installation button. Now your website is ready to rock. On the confirmation page, you'll see a link to your admin page, as well as your username and password to access it, so make sure you save these or write them down so you don't forget. Now when you type in your domain name, you should see your new WordPress site. Obviously the website looks pretty bland at the moment, but if you head over to your website's admin area, then you can log in with the username and password that you just wrote down. Now you can access your website's administrator section. This is where you can do all that cool stuff like customizing the look of your website, as well as adding new content to it. For example, to change the look of your website, head over to the Appearance section and click the Themes button. Click the Install Themes button, and from here you can search for thousands of different themes. Once you find a theme that you like, just click Install, and then Install Now, and then Activate. Now my new theme will be applied, and if I go to my website, I can see it. To add content to your site, just head over to the Post section and click Add New. You can now write a header and some text. You can add some pictures if you want with this button. And when you're done, click the Publish Now button. Of course, there's a ton more options to customize and pimp out your website. They're incredibly user-friendly, and the best way to get familiar with it is to just play around with it a bit. Check out all the features, and in no time at all you'll be comfortable and fluent with using WordPress to build websites.